Hey everybody, welcome to PPR Podcast number 202. And 2 is the important number because we're doubling up on our guests, Mr. Burt, wise one.
You're so clever.
Well,
You're so clever.
Yeah, you know. Burt, who is the president of the San Diego Strike Force and co-host of the PPR and the star of this podcast, always handles the introductions. Who are we speaking to today, Burt?
Grossmont record-setting pair, Noah Walker at receiver and Tommy Donovan quarterback.
Tommy's on the left, Noah's on the right if you're looking at him from where I'm looking at him. If you're looking at him this way, then it's Noah on the left, or excuse me, Tommy on the left and Noah on the right. But if you're looking at him my way, it's no. Well, either way you're.
You all right today?
No, I got to stop drinking.
Yeah, we're sponsored by a dispensary here. So.
Yeah. We're sponsored by the San Diego Strike Force. We're glad they're doing it, gentlemen. Thanks for spending some of your. We're getting you out of school, or are you off? Are you off today?
Yeah, we had to get out of school. Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Guys, you're still playing.
Yeah.
Tell us tell us about that. I mean, are you excited? Not everyone makes it as far as Grossmont's made it. How are you guys here? You guys are two big reasons why Grossmont is still playing. Tommy, take it away.
Yeah, it's definitely fun because, definitely a lot of schools don't get to play this far, and we're gonna just try to keep going as far as we can.
And you have LCAP this week, right?
Yep, LCAP.
Oh, so you and Brant Barker for the quarterback showdown. We should have looked at that for game of the week.
Yeah. Do you know Brant?
Yeah, I do know him.
So, all you quarterbacks seem to hang out together. You all know one another, right?
Yeah, mostly.
And how is that from?
Just camps and just 7-on-7 tryouts and just Instagram. We just talk to each other.
So I'm going to ask you, because, we knew Noah from last year. You just came out kind of nowhere. How do you come out of nowhere and be just a one-year starter and then lead the state in passing? How does that happen?
A lot of work because I sat for 3 years and I just kept working and trying to get better, and then I finally shined this year.
Noah, for somebody who's in the business of catching passes, to have the most prolific passer in the state of California suddenly seemingly come out of the weeds. Can you speak to that a little bit? Is that like a dream come true for somebody who's trying to pile up some numbers?
Oh, definitely is, just me and him putting that work in every day. Over the summer, I knew he was going to be an amazing quarterback even when he wasn't playing. So it was really good.
How did you know that?
Just during practice, his work ethic is amazing. He always help the team out and make sure everybody else is doing what they're supposed to be doing.
All right, who'd you like better, Tommy or Hudson?
I can't choose that. That's pretty hard.
But you bring up a good point because Hudson was putting up monster numbers. So it says to me, it's got to be something about Coach Lawrence and the system. Speak to the system a little bit. I mean, first of all, do you guys have any running plays in the playbook?
Yeah, we do.
What, 2? Victory formation and a quarterback sneak?
No. We went to the running back a lot on Friday because it rained. So Jay got, I'm pretty sure, 150 yards. So it was a good game for him.
We should add Parker on here, too. Parker Vandenberg. He has about 1,500 yards, too, I think. If we could fit – you guys had too many guys to fit in the camera. We couldn't do that.
If you guys could have sat in I formation, you just pop your head out. But
wait, I got to ask about – is Parker the kicker and the punter, too?
Yeah, but we don't – I punt.
You punt?
I saw when it went down and long.
And Noah, you play defense, too, right?
Yeah.
You guys get tired or what?
Nah.
I don't really run much, so.
Oh yeah, as punter, I don't think you do. You don't run down and cover your punts?
No. I just watch.
Yeah, I usually go down and get the dude, so he ain't got to worry about that.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the philosophy because you guys are putting up big, your numbers speak for themselves. What is going on? Is it just because you first of all, describe the offense. What is it? Is it air raid? What is it?
Definitely air raid, yeah.
So
mainly.
Tell us about that. Is it hard to learn? And why are you guys so good at it?
I would say it's not that hard to learn. I say we pick apart defenses pretty well with our play calling, and kudos to Coach Law for that.
Well, elaborate on that. I mean, when you get out there, what is it? Are you looking at matchups, or you have a set list of plays that just work really well? I mean, why are you so good at it?
Yeah, we just look at our matchups and see who we can use to go against, and then we just use them from there.
I got a lot of great receivers, so.
So, give me a play call and air raid. Do you guys do everything at the line of scrimmage, or do you ever huddle?
No, we don't huddle. Coach calls from the sideline, and we just go from there. A lot of our stuff is mainly like deep, taking it over the top, and finding the best matchup.
Do you ever change Coach Lawrence's plays at the line?
No, he's got a quick temper, so.
You're not allowed to do that?
So how does it? But I mean, teach me something here, because if the plays are always coming in from the sidelines, isn't the defense also seeing what you're seeing? Don't they pick up on the play calls?
Yeah, sometimes, but they ain't guarding.
We go pretty fast, so it's kind of hard for them.
But
we're trying to go faster than they can even get set.
But it's not like you have radio transmitters in your helmet like in the NFL, or I don't do that.
They got the signals.
So how does it work? There's 3 guys signaling, 1 guy signaling.
It's just our head coach. He just gives it really quick, and we just go.
So you don't have to run to the sideline and go get the play each time?
No.
All right, I'm going to ask you.
And we're good.
I'm going to ask you this question. I'm probably going to get in trouble for this question, but since you guys play both ways, you can answer this. Why are you guys so good on offense and not good on defense?
Well, I would say our defense played a great game on Friday. They the first half they only let up 7 points, and then our offense, we're gonna score every single game, so that's how we win. They played a great game.
So is your practice, is it pretty much like 90 minutes and 80 minutes is on offense, and then you do 10 on defense, or do you split it up?
I mean, we're in a lot of individual stuff, like receivers, quarterbacks, and then the defense is just doing their stuff too.
No, answer that question. I want you to get your take on that. Why are you so prolific on offense, and yet sometimes you gave up 90, to Granite Hills, was it?
Yeah.
What was that insane game?
90 to 46, I think. But that was, you guys seem to give up a lot of points. I mean, you're number one in California in scoring, and throws and yardage, and you guys are probably number one in giving up points on defense, I'd say. No, I'm wondering, because you guys play both ways. I'm just wondering what that is, because you guys are so athletic on offense and do it. You should be translate to the other side.
I usually just get in when we really need it. When somebody's hurt or somebody's tired, they'll just throw me in there real quick for a play or two.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so what was that? Was that the Granite Hills game that was 200 to 100?
Yeah, it was definitely close. They just ran it up at the end. They were already up 20 in the fourth, and then they just kept scoring, and that was a little disrespectful.
Yeah. Did you have to punt in that game at all?
What?
Did you have to punt at all in that game?
Maybe twice. I mean, we score almost every drive, so.
Yeah, you probably have under 10 punts on the season, don't you?
Maybe around there, yeah.
Around there? That's a tough job.
Okay, I get that there's a sour taste in your mouth, but it was also a record-setting game that, 50 years from now, when you have grandchildren bouncing on your knee, you're probably going to be talking about, I once played in a football game when there were how many points scored?
Right, or 140-ish.
Was it a CIF record?
Yeah, it was.
Of which you guys, it wasn't like you said, it was, you guys put a lot of points on the board too. What was that? Because that game took 5 hours to play.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
That's part of the reason we can't have you guys for game of the week, because you don't finish before we have to be back in the studio and start.
I mean, I have to be asleep by 2 a.m, and you guys are just.
You're always the last score to come in every week.
Talk about that. I mean, what's the run to play, the run to pass ratio with you guys?
It's really 90 to 10. We really just throw the ball the whole time.
Yeah, 80-20 probably, I would say, realistic.
And is that a reflection of Coach Lawrence, or is that a reflection of your talent? I would probably say Coach Lawrence.
Yeah, he just loves throwing the ball because he was a quarterback in college, so it reflects.
Yeah, and he was a real good quarterback in high school. He was a Silver Pigskin finalist. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Does he ever talk about that?
Yeah, he told us he got second. I'm pretty sure he lost to. I I don't know who, but then third he kept saying was Fred Warner. So he tells us about it.
We had a Del Norte player on here last week, and he said his coach shows them his highlight film from when he played. Does Coach Lawrence show you guys his highlight film?
No, I haven't seen it. I mean, I've searched it up. I've seen it, but he hasn't showed us himself. He always talks about how good though.
Or he could sling it, as they say. I'd be interested. Tom, you go first. No, you follow up on him. Tell me about what it's like to play for Anthony Lawrence.
It's cool. He's a really good coach. He really gets on us, and like we have like a strict schedule that we have to follow, and that's how we like are so like our offense is so good.
Noah?
I'll probably say he a really cool dude. You know, you can connect with him on many different levels, as you know, as like a friend, as a coach, as like just someone you need there when you need him, and that's what I really like about him.
And maybe you can speak to this a little bit, because you know he doesn't have he's given back. I mean, he's returned to the place where he played, and that's special. You know, like most people don't return, you know, they move on. That's just part of their DNA to go elsewhere. But the fact that he's come back to Grossmont and his dad's there and whatnot, I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, it's definitely cool because he has such a big like legacy at our school, and it like inspires me to be like great.
I'm going to get, you guys are too young to know this, but you're playing El Cap this week. It's Ron Berner, who is probably the original coach Lawrence. He throws 80, 90% of the time, and he's been doing it for 10, 20 years. Now you have the new one who's coming out. How long will this game be against you guys? El Cap and you guys, 6 hours, maybe set another CIF record for time?
I feel like it's going to be a pretty long game since both teams are throwing the ball. I feel like that's why our games are so long, because we're always throwing the ball, so it takes forever.
Yeah, this one's gonna be crack. I feel like I could get on a flight to Tokyo and land, and it would still be in the third quarter.
Is it easier to install a successful passing game than it is a successful running game?
I would say so, yeah, because all like the athletes we have, I have a great receiving core. They help me out a ton, and I would say I'm pretty good, so it helps.
Tell me what to look for, because you know I have to make predictions on games every week. You got El Cap this week. Besides a lot of yardage and a lot of points and a lot of time, what should I be looking for this week in that game?
Grossmont win.
That's it?
Yeah.
How many yards you gonna have?
I mean, I set like a goal for myself of like 400 a game, and maybe like 4 touchdowns.
What did you? I think it was. Is your best game Steel Canyon? You had like 507 touchdowns and.
Yeah, that or Granite. I had 500 yards both games.
Oh.
So when you two guys are in the huddle, or you're not in the huddle, is there like radar love there, where you with one look of the eye, you could say, "Hey, I'm coming your way"? I mean, Noah, do you know when the ball's coming your way, Noah, or is it every play's a crapshoot?
Mostly, I sometimes I know when the ball's coming over. You know, we'll talk about it on the sideline, like, hey, this dude we can just get it over him. So we'll just talk about it, and then that play, we'll just do it and get in the end zone.
Is it a vertical stretch, or is it a horizontal stretch that you guys are looking to do?
Vertical. Take the top off.
Holy moly!
Yeah, that's a lot.
You know, I have not seen you guys play in person. I hope I get to, because you'd have to get. Well, I don't want to root against anybody, but I'd like to see this in action. I mean, I see it on tape. I don't know how you guys are that successful.
Excellent.
Hard work.
Noah, I was going to ask you this, because you got an offer from Colorado State, right?
Yes, sir.
And
Talk about that.
Didn't you? Hold on, I got to ask one thing before that. Didn't you go to the Colorado State game?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Tell me what that atmosphere is like, and then tell me, did you try to sneak over and introduce yourself to Dion?
Visit primetime?
Or no? You know you did.
I didn't. I stuck with Colorado State.
So what was that game like?
Oh, it was pretty good. Even though they ended up losing, it was a very amazing game to watch.
That game went down to the wire, didn't it? Wasn't it close?
Yeah. No, I think they lost by like 20.
Yeah.
Well, I get my years confused. So Colorado State, where is that? That's where's Colorado State?
Exactly.
Say again?
I don't know where it's at exactly.
Where?
It's in Colorado.
I know that, but it's not Colorado Springs. Where's Colorado?
No, one's in Boulder. One's in Colorado Springs, I think.
CU's in Boulder.
Yeah, and then it's in Colorado Springs.
Isn't Air Force?
I don't know.
Where's Colorado State located? Hang on a second.
So what are you guys gonna do about college? Is it Colorado State? Or are you still gonna wait and see?
I mean, it's not a bad school, but hopefully get some more offers coming in. Talking to a couple schools.
Well, you keep putting up numbers like you are, and yeah, it's going to happen. Tommy, where do you envision playing on? I assume you want to keep playing, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to play anywhere. I've been talking to a couple junior colleges, and I'm just trying to play ball.
Well, I mean, that's the important thing. I mean, we've had many people come on here talking about whatever you can do, eventually they will find you. You just got to keep making sure you're out there somewhere. And all these people that are saying, oh, I'm holding out for this offer, this, that, you get an invitation, play. And that's the advice we've gotten from coaches, from recruiters, from athletes. There's none of these days of holding out for a better opportunity, because that better opportunity may or may not come.
Yeah, for sure.
So then you've become a recruiter, because you're recruiting schools, are you not?
Yeah, I send out a lot of my film to like a lot of schools and coaches.
How does that conversation go?
I just send it out. It's tough to get responses, especially as like a 1-year starter, senior only. So I just hope for any response back.
Yeah, and we talked about that. It was who was it the kid from Del Norte? Diesel.
Diesel Taylor.
Yeah, Diesel transferred in late, and nobody knew who he was. And you kind of have the same thing you're fighting against. You both are having these monster years, but nobody really hears about you because, it's usually your junior year. If you're lucky, it's your sophomore year. But, know what we knew from junior year. But that has to be hard as far as colleges go. And then, do they ask for junior film?
Yeah. I don't really have any, so it's tough.
You'd have to send them that JV film?
A little. Our JV year got canceled though, so I didn't even really get to play.
Oh, all right. And let me ask you, because we had who was it on? Was it the kid from Kearney?
Brody Stump.
Yeah, Brody says I think it was Brody, right? Said he was going to walk on at State.
Yeah.
Is it better? Would you do a walk on, or would you go JC and try to do a full ride if it gets to that point?
I would probably go walk on if it's a hometown, and if they have interest in me. Mm-hmm. Over JC.
Just for the record, Fort Collins is where Colorado State is.
Thanks, Grandpa.
I'm embarrassed I didn't know, being that I've said it 1,001 times. All right, go to Grossmont High School. Tell us about that experience.
It's a great campus. There's a lot of. We just got a new weight room and new museum. And the museum's really cool because it's about 103 years of Grossmont, so it's really cool to see all the accomplishments of everyone and just pretty much everything in there.
Wait, you got a museum in your school?
Yeah.
No, you ever been to the museum?
Yeah, I was just there last Friday.
And what is it? One room, or is it a trophy
What
wall?
is it? Is there statues of
it's just one big room just filled with trophies and old memories of Grossmont.
It's cool.
Is Grossmont still a big baseball school?
Yeah.
Are they?
Absolutely. Right. One thing that's not there is the Musket.
Wow.
Yeah.
We working on that one.
When's the last time Grossmont had the Musket?
I think 33 years ago.
91.
Wow.
91? I was still playing in 91.
This was going to be the year even when the Helix is down, they're pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, Pablo was great.
91. What year were y'all born?
08.
07.
Man.
So
there's a whole generation out of town never seen the Musket.
I know.
Man.
They don't even bring the do they bring the Musket to the game still? Or do they just
Yeah, I always see them taking pictures with it after the game on Instagram. They just
How'd that game go?
what was the score? What was it I think it was 45-28 or something. Yeah, it just got away from us. Tough game.
You guys always get your points.
Yeah.
So is your philosophy we're going to turn this into a track meet and see what happens?
Yeah, just score every drive. Our goal.
So you don't have to punt.
Yeah.
So LCAP, if you we'll say when you beat El Cap, because you guys are on here. If Ron was on here, I'd say when you guys beat Grossmont, but I'll do that. Then you would play the winner of what? And it's at Southwestern, right? Southwestern College.
Yeah, it's either out of Montgomery or Westview.
But it's at Southwestern College, the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you all got to win, so Paul and I can see you in person.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not going to root against any. I can't be in the position of rooting against anybody.
Wow.
I mean, well, I'm just not. I'm not. I would never root against you guys. I'm never going to root against Ron Berner. I'm just going to be
because Ron Berner gives him free food at his restaurant. That's the only reason he's saying that.
That has nothing to do with it.
It's the only reason.
Gentlemen, I have to be impartial. Burt can root. But you got it. Come on, we got to keep. We got 5 more minutes with these guys. So you got anything?
It's always been 20 minutes. You see, you only want to turn to 25.
Yeah. Well, we got 2 guys, so I want to give them each some airtime. I want to help them out.
You
with
guys
their
aren't
next
real
level.
talkative. Do you guys talk to girls at all, or what do you do? You just,
I got a girlfriend. I can't do it.
I don't really.
When you're not playing football, what are you doing?
Football.
That's all you're doing is football. You don't do anything outside of football.
I mean, I don't. Not really. I'm gonna run track, but I'll get a job over winter. I don't know.
No, you run track?
Yeah.
What do you run?
I couldn't run this year, but my freshman year I had ran 11.5.
And what are you going to run, Tommy? You doing a shot put? What are you doing?
I'm gonna do everything. I ran 100 meter, 200, 400, 4x1, 4x4.
Man.
I'm just running faster. Not that fast though.
Man, I didn't know all that.
All right. Well, listen, gentlemen, we will call it a day. I need pictures of the museum. Do you have any?
No, I don't.
But can you get some today?
No, I can get
Yeah,
some.
I can get some. They only open on Friday, so I'll send you on Friday.
No, we're editing this today. I wonder, is there any on a website anywhere?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll look at the website for you.
All right, thank you, because we want to publicize that. We'll talk about Coach Lawrence, which we've got, and then we're good to go. The way this works, guys, I'll post this up on social media, on our YouTube page later today, and then I'll clip out a couple things for our social media later in the day. All right?
Okay. All right.
We appreciate you making time for the Prep Pigskin Report podcast. Good luck against El Cap. Break a leg. I'm sure it's going to be 100 to 95 in a 5-hour and 27-minute contest. And thank you, and good luck with all your pursuits, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Podcast 202 is over. Turn off the machines.